Let's see. Do I have any music? So check this out. Raw unboxing of this Desview, and we have a T3, and we're going to check it out because we had this Desview. Let's see, there we go, and that was a T2, and we're going to try a T3. Let's see what we got here. All right, let's pop this box off. Yeah. Now, just a couple of things. Many people have teleprompters, and let me see if I can get this over here. People have teleprompters, and the reason why they have teleprompters because they call them confidence monitors or teleprompters. And so if you call it a teleprompter, then you only need to see words. And so there's the parrot. You can use that, and you can teleprompt something small off your phone and let the words go by. You can see that real good. If you only need to read and you're going to record. If you're doing lives and you have material, then you want a bigger screen. And that's when you're going to have something kind of like this guy over here. And that is a glide gear. Okay. And that's going to give you a much bigger screen. So you have the glide gear, and you can put as big as a piece of monitor you want under there so that you can see. Okay. Now for the rest of us, you aren't like me, where when I do lives, I look at things to the side. So here's my teleprompter over here. I got a nice screen over here where I can see stuff. And on this side, I like to orient myself. And if I'm sitting in my chair and I'm doing a live, I don't mind sitting like this, and then on my peripheral, I can catch what I need to catch off the screen, because I use my Stream Deck, and I know how to kind of work it, and I like this angle going this way. However, there are a lot of people, they have a bunch of screens, and they have two screens, because the thing is, they want to look this way, and they want to sit perpendicular to the desk. And so they get two monitors, they put them there, and everything is lined up in the middle. Well, I do have an alternate solution there that some people this may help. And each person does their own thing, how they want to do it. But if you look over here, let's get this guy, and she's going to come over here, turn around, and you might want to look straight into the monitor. So here she comes, and let's get up to looking at this desk. Now, this monitor that I have here is a monitor that sits like right in front of me, and you can take this and lift this up. So this comes up and down, so you can get this out of the way of the camera, and then you can have a shot like this. Microphone's in the way, but if you want to tighten this shot up, you can still like lift this camera up, on a tripod or something like that. Move it. Come on, you. Okay, so let's just say we did that, and I'm sitting in front of it. I can have my confident monitor in front of me. Okay, I can have it right here, and I got this whole screen here, so I don't have to have a whole screen over here, a whole screen over there. Just get one wide screen, you can throw everybody here. That's for people that like to look dead on. That way your keyboard and stuff is in front of you, and then you can, pretty much look into the monitor here. Now, the problem is, if you want a confidence monitor is basically, I'm going to put this thing over top of here, okay? So now we have, this is confidence monitor here, but now on this, I have a confidence monitor as well. And what I'm doing is I'm able to look into this monitor here. And the truth of the matter is, I don't need to see everything or try to read a bunch of comments on a confidence monitor. I don't even care if you have a glide gear. Even with the biggest monitor you have on there, you're going to kind of squint to see a lot of the stuff that most people are trying to see. So really, you're only using it to kind of see what you're displaying, and you're still kind of eye grabbing onto your monitor as well. So take a look at this. If whether I'm sitting this way or this way, at least this way, I have everything in front of me. And this is the closest thing to having the camera in an iMac screen, or having it in front of you. So everything that you're looking at, and I'll show you my eyes. So if I got comments and it's right behind the camera, I'm basically now I'm really directly looking at my comment section, but I'm still going this way. If I have to look around the screen, I'm not going much further than here, much further than there. And I kind of can get a gauge on what's going on, and still I can look in here as a confidence monitor. The other thing is, if I'm in a Zoom and I just want to see the people, you don't really need a super big screen to see the people. You just want to see the people, or you want to see how you're looking at everybody, and you can do that in a smaller monitor. So without further ado, let's unbox this guy and check out. So what I do, I have this petite thing, and I call it a petite confidence monitor. And if you look at this, look how small this little sexy thing is. It's real small. You put it on top, and this will give you the display so that what I'm showing you right here, I can see this on my screen through this little guy right here. So I had that, but they came out with another one. And the reason why is because I had one on that side of the room over there. I had one on there for when I do my stand-up. But then I didn't like to keep moving it back and forth, even though it is portable enough to do it. So now here's what I'm doing. I'm going to take this off, and let's just unbox this T3. And I want to make sure that my video, I got like 4 minutes to do this in a sense, so I can upload this later. But this is just a quick live unboxing. And so let's check out what we got here. Because they say it's new, but I don't think it's that much newer. Bunch of garbage. Nobody needs this. This is like the wackest thingamajig. And it comes with all of them. They give it to you. It works with their app pretty good, but it's like a real cheesy piece of plastic. You definitely don't want this little thing here. Look at this. Oh, it's a, let me show you. Doc Rock used to teach, he taught me this. Okay, look, it's a real cheap little piece of plastic. It's got a bunch of useless buttons on there that you really don't use with a lot of stuff. I say keep it, don't get rid of it. Make sure you keep it. Don't trash this thing. Just hold on to it. All right, so let's get back to the box. And let's see, over desk. All right, so we got this big old box. What do we have here? Okay, got huge. Okay, so you have all these attachments, and most of them are going to be for the telephone, and the majority of these are the attachments that you put onto the front of your lens. Okay, and so let's see here. Let me go to this guy. Okay, so right here on the lens, there's a ring that goes on here, and I already have it on here. So what you do is, for each lens that you have and the camera that you might put one of these on, just get the rings out, and they come in the box, and throw it on the lens that fits, so that you can just take and hook your Desview on each one. Okay, so let's go back to this box, see what we got here. Pull this sucker out. All right. So hopefully not much has changed. Oh, look at this. This is actually smaller. Let's get rid of this box. Hey. Oh my goodness. Already. Okay. So it seems. All right. Let me pull this guy off. It seems a little bit smaller already. Let me lay these guys down. Well, you can't really lay them down. I'm just going to look at them. I think we pretty much got the same size. They are literally just about the same size, except the old one doesn't. The old one's got this little peak here, and the other one doesn't. So let me pull this up. What's going on, Dev? Dev, I'm actually on here just pre-doing this video, and I was doing it live. So these are pretty much the same. I kind of like this square of the new one a little bit better. It's straight square and it's not arc shaped up here. But I think they're doing the same thing. This is thicker built, and what I think they have is the ability to move this up and down so that you can change the distance of what you're putting underneath the monitor. So if the D2, so here's the thing. Already I'm gonna just say this. If the Desview T2 is on sale and is cheaper, I'll check online. I would definitely just, at this point, I would just stick with get the one that's cheaper right now, because I can already see this is not going to do much difference. So let me do a quick test here, and I'm going to put this, let me go over here. Sorry folks. Let me just go over here and see if this just pops right on. Please be the same size. I really need it to be the same size to fit and not have new attachments. If so, I'm really going to be mad if it entails new attachments. Okay, so far we may have a major issue, because if the ring does not fit, let me see, it's going to be a major problem here. Okay, the ring does fit. Okay, I was doing it wrong. So we put our ring back on here. So the existing ring actually fits, and we just pull this back off of here, and boom, voila. All right, let's see. Glass, we see. Oh, it is a better glass. I could see this already. The glass is actually better. First of all, it's probably cleaner, but I think, let me see here. Let me see. I think there's a better transparency on the glass or something here. I could be wrong. I will test that out a little bit later. Hey, get on there. Okay, so let me make sure. Okay, good. So we got our fit on there. So look, I actually like, you know what? It's a little bit more petite on the sides. So let's come over here, and I'll just bring the camera around to show you. I kind of like this because I'm kind of like a neat freak. This is a little bit more, it's a little bit more petite. There we go. So it's a little bit more squared around the edges. It doesn't sit out as wide as this guy. And so, okay, so Devin, your next purchase is a teleprompter, and I'm so interested. I almost pulled the trigger during Prime deals. Okay, yeah, you're absolutely right, Juan. It's a slight improvement. If you don't have one of these, I say get the newer one, or if it doesn't matter, this squared offness, then you can grab this one. If this is significantly cheaper, I don't have a problem with this. I'm about to test to see the monitor underneath to see how it sits under there, but I actually like this slight improvement of it being more box square. And then it seems like it sits up a little bit better. So I'm liking this. So far, so good. Okay, now, and the transparency, the screen is better. I think they made it flatter. So this one here, the sides that go up like this, it was causing like a kickback of reflection, and I had to put a matte black paint underneath here, so it didn't kind of like mess up the screen there. But I guess I could use this same thing under here. But let me go in the box. I hope I got the attachments, y'all. Jeez, wait a minute. Okay, here it is. So the idea here is this is supposed to be able to hold more than the last one. So this feels a little bit more firm, I guess. Yeah. So this brace is just a little bit thicker. I don't see that much of an improvement, but it's supposed to be a little bit. You like the smaller profile of the new one? Yeah, I think I agree with you, because this is, it kind of sits out wide. It's like a I don't know, like a Ultraman type of head thing. And this one is a little bit smaller. Actually, it's not as, yeah, this is dope, man. I'm gonna show it to you real quick, Juan. You're gonna like this. So I'll show you how it looks. So look at this. Okay, wait. Let me get some more cord. A little bit more cowbell. Okay. Okay, this lens is too big on here. But if you look at it, this is actually, it sits out wider and it protrudes. And the newer one actually it doesn't do that. So let me see if I can get you a better angle. Let me get over this desk real quick. So I'll open this up real quick. Oh, that's not enough. Okay, so I'll just pull it off the camera and show it. Okay, let's look at it. So yeah, if you look at it, it is a little bit narrower. I say narrower. Yeah, look at that. Okay, let me go here. Oh, let me pan out this a little bit. Okay, so let's look at this. Here, this is what we have. The pentagon shape is killing me. Absolutely. The simple square. Exactly. And you know what? I got it to test because I needed another one for traveling. Oh, and here's another thing. So it's got two cold shoes on it. So you get the two cold shoes. Look at the bride. The bride is here. The newlywed is here. What's going on? She is 2-3 days young. Come on, young marriage. Come on, young marriage. Shout outs to you and your husband, Kombucha. And so this Kombucha would like this. If you don't already have a glide gear, you would love this, Kim. And so your last name's not Bucha no more, though, right, Kim? It's got to be something different now. I'm messing with you. But yeah, C1, you're right. That pentagon shape ain't working. It looks way more neater. And what I'm gonna do is, let me see, do we get more glass? We actually get more glass, bro. I'm looking at it. You actually get a little bit more glass. So you square it off a little bit better. It's a little bit more squared off. And so before I get too many fingerprints on there, I'm gonna make this attachment. And I think this attachment is much better. Yes. Okay, so here's what we got. I think the attachment that makes it better is you put this. Okay. Man, wait a minute. Let me make sure I don't jack this up, you know? So, okay, so on the back, what you have is you tighten this for how deep you want to put it. Okay, haven't bought nothing in months. I'm ready to get back into streaming. I'm paying attention. Okay, so Kim, really what I'm doing, I think you might have saw one of my earlier ones, but I'm just putting this content up and I'll probably shorten it for and add more to it for a better review. I'm just like, I'm tapped out with people getting the Glide Gear TMP and then they're crying about space. So a lot of people are still grabbing this guy, which I think is perfect, right? I don't even use this as much as I use this right here. And the reason being is because if you really take, matter of fact, here's how I'm explaining this. If you have a camera and you're pretty good without a teleprompter now, chances are when you're in an interview with somebody, you've trained yourself to look right in the lens right here, okay? You've trained yourself to look into the lens. Or you train yourself to look at the viewfinder on the camera, whether it's on here or if you're using another camera, you're looking at it up here. So you're looking at it right over the lens or right to the left or the right of the lens, depending on if you have a Canon, Sony, whatever, or whichever model you have. If that be the case, but you want to be more accurate and have a confidence monitor, which on a monitor, you'll be able to see a little bit more and you have it right in front of you there and you have just a little bit bigger of a screen. If you want to do the confidence monitor thing and you're on a Zoom or something where you want to keep consistent eye contact for professionalism, then that's why I came up with this, because I will argue the point that even with the Glide Gear TMP 100, there's no screen that you're putting under there that's that huge where you actually can work from it. You can only use it as a guide to stay connected, hear eye contact. You might can read a couple of things that you throw on the screen, but you can't really read a bunch of details. So I have the desk space. Some people don't. And for a lot of people that are, you got 2 and 3 monitors and stuff like that, You can get one wide monitor and then still have your camera here, because you can raise this screen up and down. Most of them you can raise them up and down. And when you're not live and you don't need the conference monitor, you just take the screen and drop it and move the camera. When you go live, you just pull this up and throw your comment section pretty much right here. And so now I can look in the camera and I can see my comment section here. My eCam window is right over top. And so I kind of can use most of the stuff rather than having the screens over here split side to side, and just right here, all this space is wasted on a teleprompter and something else. I'm not against it. My boy Irvin Fryer has it set up like that. Felicia's setup is like that. A few other people are set up like that. But for some that just have a wide screen, you can always put a smaller monitor and a smaller confidence monitor. So I'm going to sit here and figure out. And so here's one of the problems I have. Okay, no, I don't have a problem. They do have the instruction book. Now, I can't really read it because most of it is not in. So, Kim, you got a Bucha in your name, Kim Bucha. So, you seem like a little Japanese, Chinese something in there that you can explain to me what is going on with the lyrics up in this joint. Look at this. I can't read none of this. So, there's one little strike. I don't see the English version in none of this. It don't even have. The only words in English is on the teleprompter itself. Okay, we got, English is there. You got to flip it and fold it on the opposite side for English. Goodness gracious. So there's the smartphone clamp, and then there's the prompting clamp. Okay, so the smartphone clamp is within this. You said I can't read it. Yeah, all right, you probably can read it. Okay, I'm farting around. All right, I'm already at 22 minutes. Okay, yeah, I'm really going to have to take this and re-edit this real good. Okay, so I'm really going to figure out how to get this guy. See, I hate when you got to read stuff just to figure out a couple of things. So the user guide, so teleprompter installation. So we're going to throw that guy on there. And then there's the threaded hole. There's the lid. Got it. And that's the extension. So installation method. So that's the smartphone. We don't want the smartphone. So this is for DSLR. Got it. And the mount. Okay. And we put that right through the hole in the back. But here's the problem. I must be missing something. This is the clamp for that. And voila. See that? You got to keep digging. Because if you stop digging, you forget. And you don't have it. So this is that's the phone joint. Got it. So we got the phone clamp. Wait a minute. This looks funny. That's the smartphone clamp. Got it. But then for the English version, did I see where it can hold an iPad? Absolutely. Devin, I got you. So what it says on here is, okay, let me bring it back up to you. And where did you see that at? It says, okay, we got this here, we got that. So smartphone, teleprompter installation, camera installation, DSLR recording, boom. I don't see it on here. Oh, yes. So you can get up to an 11-inch tablet on there. Okay. But here's the thing, Dev. I technically would not trust putting an iPad on the front lens of my camera. That's a little strong, if you ask me. At that point, that's what I'm saying. Get a TMP 100 if you have the desk space. If you're going to try this, I got it. But I just don't see being in a petite area and having a big iPad hanging off of the teleprompter. But you're right. And I'll show it to you right here. You hit it right on the money, bro. Right here. There it is. That's the one right there. So you got the smartphone teleprompter and you got the tablet. So you can put a tablet under there. And that's the reason why it has this drop. So you can adjust this guy right here up and down so that when you put the tablet on there, you have to get it further away. What I am going to tell you is if you really look at this, I optimize this screen space for where it's going to go, and I have this monitor, and I have the Lilliput A7 is probably going to work fine on here. But if you really look at the edges on this, too big of an iPad is going to push you way out here and push you out here. Then you got to make stuff smaller in there. If you're using it for a confidence monitor, then you're going to lose some of your screen. So what's going to end up happening is you're going to cut edges off and you won't be able to see much. So it kind of defeats the purpose. So these aren't really, I don't even know why they would advertise it for an iPad other than if you're going to read from it. If you're going to read from it, you can always pull the margins and stuff in. But if you're going to put a picture through it, then you kind of going to lose a lot of your picture on the sides of this because your iPad's bigger than this. The reason why you do the TMPs is because what's going to happen is you can optimize the width of this and match the screen underneath, match the screen that you have here. You're going to match the mirror. And that way you get something to optimize the parameters of the window. And that's what's going to, make that better. But this right here, I would definitely always use a smaller monitor with it and not have a heavy iPad on the front, because then what will happen is you'll have your camera will sit there and then you have this thing tipping over because you have too much weight on the front. Now I got strong legs on here and a teleprompter, the tripod. You have to have a strong tripod so that it doesn't put too much weight and pull your whole rig over. So that's why you kind of want it for a small setup. All right, so what I'm going to do is I think I blabbed enough to repurpose this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out how to put this this rig on here. This is so weird. It seriously is weird how they have the foot to put on this thing. And oh, okay, I got it. So they want you to go underneath. I got it. And then Juan, this is so crazy. I'm really killing myself here trying to figure this thing out. Y'all pray for me. I gotta get off of here and figure out how to do this. And reading is not helping. This reading is not telling you how to put the plate on the bottom or anything. It just calls it the prompting clamp. And then it says, press the button. Look at this. Look at God. Press the button and you pull this thing out. Whew. All right. I press the button. Yep. Okay. That's just too difficult. That's too much work. That shouldn't even happen. So you press that button and you pull the clamp out. And okay, that's for the phone clamp, and the tablet clamp is two different things. It does make sense. Okay. And Devin, like I said, I got you. It's just the first thing is you want to determine what your space is. When you determine what your space is, then you'll be able to determine, well, not just your space, but your need / your space. Some people are going to tell you, oh, worry about your space. I say look at your need and your space. If your need is just to stay in contact here, and you do want a confidence monitor, some people don't even need it. But if you want to do that, then you want to get petite. If you are doing a whole bunch, it's in the word. If you want to do a whole bunch, then you can kind of expand and get something bigger. But I would really interrogate people like me first before you take your pick, because some of the wrong people, they'll just have you grabbing stuff you don't even need, honestly. So I think, okay, this is very annoying. Oh, okay, I get how it works. So this guy wants to go underneath here. Okay. And then we put this back through. Makes sense now. It makes sense now. And then this gets twisted into. Okay. And yo, space is not a huge deal, but need is for reading notes and eye contact. Okay, so if it's for reading notes, I would get a TMP and just go with the TMP iPad Pro. The reason why the iPad version is because if it's for reading, then you can put your iPad right under there, and then you can use the Teleprompter software, and then you can also use it as a confidence monitor. So just go TMP. TMP. Now, if you're moving around a lot, you're putting on camera to camera, you're going out in the field, this, that, and the third, a TMP is going to be a pain in the neck to take apart, put up, set up, and all of that. And then you eventually might want to anyway. But this thing for like $100, can't beat it. Okay? It's don't do the Parrot. The Parrot's too small. But for like $100, I would definitely just grab this and call it a day. All right? So I'm going to frustrate myself trying to figure this out. I'm going to figure it out, and I'm going to get this and put this on here and figure out why in the world the instructions are so difficult to just tell me how to put this thing on so that I can work this piece. So thank y'all for watching, and I will update and do a better comparison later on. Holla. Good night.